In this video, I am going to teach one important topic in friction, that is number of bodies in contact. Number of bodies in contact. But in our textbook, they mentioned that 2 blocks in contact. But in the examination, they may ask 2 block or more than 2 block. That time, if you know this concept means you can attend that kind of problem very easily. Okay. Now I am going to enter into this topic, that is number of bodies in contact. Here I am going to take 3 block. Okay. I am going to take 3 block. That block is placed on the horizontal plane. Okay. Listen here. This is my block A. This is my block A. That block A is placed on the horizontal plane. Okay, this is my horizontal plane. Okay, then I am going to take another block, that is B. Here the block B is placed on the block A. This is my block B, which is placed over the block A. This is block B. Then I am going to take one more block, that is block C, which is placed over the block B. This is my block C, which is placed over the block B. Now this is my system. Okay. Here I am going to take one vertical wall. This is my vertical wall. Then I am going to connect this vertical wall and block B with the help of some string. This is my string. As well as I am going to take one more string. That string is used to connect this block C and the vertical wall. Here this string is inclined to horizontal line. This is my string which is inclined to horizontal line. This angle is assumed as theta. Okay. This is my system. Now I am going to apply some external force to block A. Okay. Now I am going to apply some external force P at block A. Due to application of this external force, this entire block start to move towards the right. But after reaching some distance, this 2 string exert some tension force to this block. Due to this tension force, this block try to move towards left. Okay, this ideology behind this topic. Now I am going to study this topic with help of some assumption. Okay. My first assumption is that here the block A is moving, then block B and the block C is in rest. Okay. Here block A is moving and block B and C is in rest. Okay. Now I am going to draw free body diagram of block A. Okay. This is a free body diagram of block A. This B represent block means, okay, this B represent block. Here A represent block A. Okay, don't confuse yourself. Now this is my block A. Okay, this is the central gravity of the body on which the self is going to be act. That is mentioned by letter capital W suffix A. Okay. Then here this horizontal plane exerts some normal reaction force to this block due to its equilibrium position. Okay. Listen here. This horizontal surface or horizontal plane exerts some normal reaction force to this block A to its equilibrium position. This is my normal reaction force. Normal reaction force NA. Okay. Then here the self weight of block B act on block A. that is mentioned by letter N suffix B. This is the external reactive force. Okay, this is the external reactive force act on the block A, that is mentioned by R suffix B. Then due to this application of this external force, this body start to move towards right. That time the friction is occurred at block A and horizontal plane and block B and block A. Here, okay, the block A and horizontal plane, some amount of friction going to be occur. That friction is depends upon surface finishing of block A. Okay, so due to movement of this block A, the limiting friction force is acting in this direction, capital F. Then this friction, okay, this friction is depends upon surface finishing of block A. So I mentioned suffix A. So here the limiting friction force is acting in this direction, F suffix A. A represent the limiting friction force value depends upon surface finishing of block A. Don't forget it. Then come to here, that is interjunction of block B and block A. Here, due to movement of this block A, here friction force going to be happen in this direction. That is limiting friction force acting in this direction. Here, the friction, limiting friction force value depends upon surface finishing of block B. Okay, so I am going to mention here. This is my limiting friction force, F suffix B. Why I mentioned the B here? Because this friction value depends upon surface finishing of block B. So this is very important. So when you draw free body diagram, that time you must aware of this. Okay. Then anything is missing here? Check it. Okay, one more force is missing. Okay, here one more force is missing. That is this external force is missing. So this is my external force P. Okay. And anything else here? Okay. Now this is my system. Now I am going to study this. Now I am going to study this system with help of static equilibrium equation. Already we know well. Okay. That is sum of horizontal force act in horizontal direction equal to 0. Okay. That is static equilibrium equation. Okay, in this system, this Fa and Fb and external force R comes in horizontal direction. Among these three forces, the external force is acting towards right, assumes positive. Remaining two are acting towards left, assumes negative. Okay, now force P comes in positive, minus F suffix A minus F suffix P, F suffix B equal to 0. Okay. Any doubt after this? Okay. Now this is my required equation. Make it one box. Now I am going to apply second equation comes in static equilibrium equation. That is sum of vertical force act on the system equal to 0. See here how many forces are acting in perpendicular direction? RB comes in vertical, then self-weight comes in vertical, then normal reaction force comes in vertical. Anything else? 1, 2, 3. This 3 force R comes in a vertical direction. So take these 3 forces. Here the normal reaction force at this interjunction, that is Na, is acting upward, assume as positive. This Na acting upward, so assume as positive. Remaining 2 force, that is Rb and self-weight acting towards ground, assume as negative. N suffix A minus Rb minus WA equal to 0. Okay, this is my required equation From this equation we can calculate the unknown value. Okay. Now the block A is over. Okay. Now I am going to take block B. Here block B is moving, then block A and block C is in rest. Okay. My second assumption 2. Here block B is moving. Block B is moving and block A and C is in rest. Now I am going to draw free body diagram of block B. Okay. Free body diagram of block B. Okay, this is my block B. Yeah, this is my block B. This is the center of gravity of the block B. Here the self-weight going to be happen. That is mentioned by letter capital W suffix B. Then here due to application of this external force P, this string exerts some tension force to this block B. The tension force is acting towards left. Okay, this is my tension force which is acting towards left. So I am going to mention here on the free body diagram. This is my tension force T1 acting towards left. Okay. Then this horizontal plane exerts some normal reaction force to block B to its equilibrium position. Okay. This is my normal reaction force. N suffix B. Okay. This normal reaction force depends upon self-weight of block B. So B comes here. Then this block C exerts some normal reaction force to block B. Okay, that is mentioned by N suffix C. Okay, this normal reaction force acting downward, that is mentioned by letter NC. This force depends upon self-weight of block C. So in suffix C is coming. Then anything else? Okay, due to application of this tension force, this block move towards left. That time the friction is acting opposite to the body movement. Listen carefully. Due to application of this tension force, this block B try to move towards left. That time the limiting friction force capital F is acting opposite to the body movement. So see here, this arrow acting towards right. Okay, here the limiting friction force value depends upon surface finishing of block B. So mentioned by F suffix B. Okay, this limiting friction force draw on the free body diagram. Okay, this acting towards right. Then that is F suffix B. Here B indicates that this limiting friction force value depends upon surface finishing of block B. Similarly, the interjunction of block C and block B, some amount of friction force going to be occur in this region. Okay, here the limiting friction force acting opposite to the block movement, block B movement. So this is my limiting friction force value. Listen carefully. Okay, here I mentioned one arrow. Here also I mentioned one arrow. These two arrows are in same direction. Okay, opposite to this tension force. Okay, this limiting friction force I am going to draw on the free body diagram. This is my limiting friction force. F suffix C. Okay, this C mentioned that this friction force value, that is the limiting friction force value, depends upon surface finishing of block C. Okay, then anything miss? Okay, I mentioned all the forces on the system. Now I am going to apply static equilibrium equation. Okay, I am going to apply static equilibrium equation. With the help of that, we can find the unknown value. Static equilibrium equation, that is nothing but sum of vertical force act on the system equal to 0. Listen here, in this system, these two friction force and the tension are act in horizontal direction. Here, the T1 is acting towards left, assume as negative. The remaining two limiting friction force are taken as positive. So, FC plus FB minus T1. Yeah, this is my required equation. From this equation, we can calculate some unknown value when we do a problem. Okay. Now, I am going to equate sum of vertical force act on the system equal to 0. In the system, this normal reaction force NC and NB and self weight of the block B R comes in vertical direction. Among these three force, here the NB is acting towards up. So this only comes in positive, remaining R comes in negative. Okay, so N suffix B comes in positive, then minus N suffix C minus, no minus, that is okay, self weight comes in downward direction, taken as negative, W B equal to 0. So this is my required equation. From this equation I can calculate the unknown value. So make one box. This is my required equation. Then this also my required equation. Okay. Okay, now the block B is over. Okay, now we have one more block, that is block C. Okay, then you can approach the same logic to block C to find the unknown value. Okay, let me discuss now. Okay, now I am going to take block C. Okay, here the block C is moving towards left. Okay, then I am going to take my third assumption. Assumption 3. Assumption 3, here block C is moving, then block A and B is in rest. Block C is moving and block A and B is in rest. Okay. Then I am going to draw a free body diagram of block C. Okay, free body diagram of a block C. Okay, this is my block C. Then this is the center of gravity of the block C on which the self weight going to be act towards the ground. That is mentioned by letter capital WC. Then this horizontal plane, listen here, this horizontal plane exerts some normal reaction force to block C to its equilibrium position. Okay, this is my normal reaction force mentioned by letter N suffix C. Okay, this N suffix C depends upon self weight of block C. So here C is come. Then here due to application of this external force, here the tension force act. Okay, this is my tension force T2. It makes angle theta with the horizontal line. So this is my tension force T2. T2 it makes angle theta with the horizontal line. This angle is theta. When this force, okay, generally we know that when the force is acting in an inclined manner, that time that force is resolved into two components. I will repeat again. When the force is acting inclinedly on the system, that time that force is resolved into two components. One is along the horizontal line, one is perpendicular to the horizontal line. So this is my horizontal line, that is T2 cos theta. Then the vertical component is T2 sin theta. Then due to application of this tension force, this block start to move towards left. That time the limiting friction force is acting opposite to the body movement. Okay, here block C is moving, block B is rest. Okay, here T2 is acting towards left, so that this block start to move towards left. That time this limiting friction force is acting opposite to the body movement. So this is my limiting friction force F. Then here which one come? B or C? Okay, here this friction force, that is this friction force depends upon surface finishing of block C. So here FC will come. So FC. Then see here, anything is missed here? Sulfide NC, then FC. Okay, we mentioned all the forces act on the block C. Now I am going to use static equilibrium equation to find the unknown value. Okay, now I am going to apply static equilibrium equation. This is used to calculate the unknown value, that is sum of horizontal force act on the system equal to 0. Okay, here how many forces are in horizontal direction? This friction force, then T2 cos theta. Anything else? Okay, we have only these two forces. So here limiting friction force FC is acting towards right, assume as positive FC. Then this T2 cos theta acting towards left, assume as negative. T2 cos theta equal to 0. This is my required equation. Okay, then I am going to use one more equation, that is sum of vertical force act on the system equal to 0. Here we have three forces. One is sulfide, then normal reaction force NC, and this vertical component. Here this vertical component and the NC acting towards up. So take it as positive. T2 sin theta plus NC minus WC equal to 0. This is my required equation to calculate the unknown value. So generally the top block having less number of unknown. When you solve the problem, that time you take top block. Then only you can solve this problem very easily. I will repeat again. This is a concept behind in this problem. When this top block, okay, generally when you solve the problem, that time you must take the top block. What is the reason behind it? Because this block has less number of unknown. Okay, so this block can be solved easily. Based on this value, we can calculate this unknown value in block B and block A. Okay, so don't forget this logic. Always take which one block having less number of unknown. So take that block as first, then proceed to the problem. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. Now I am going to explain one important topics involved in number of bodies in contact. In the previous case, I taken 3 blocks which is placed one over to another. But now I am going to take number of block, that block is placed on the horizontal plane. Okay. In case 2, My topic is that number of block in horizontal plane. Okay, H means horizontal, P means plane. Horizontal plane. Here I am going to take two blocks. That two blocks is placed on the horizontal plane. Before that I am going to take one horizontal plane. This is my horizontal plane on which I am going to take two blocks. This is my block A, then this is my block B. Then these two blocks are connected with the help of string. Here this is my string. It is used to connect these two blocks. It makes angle theta with the horizontal line. Okay, this is my block A, block B. Then now I am going to apply some external force P at block A. Due to this external force, this block A and block B try to move towards right. Here the tension is very important. In block A, the tension is acting at this direction. Then in block B, the tension is acting opposite to this direction. Okay, this tension T and this tension T both are same value but in opposite direction. Okay, this is the ideology. Now I am going to study this system with the help of static equilibrium equation. Okay, now I am going to draw free body diagram of block A. Okay, free body diagram of block A. In block A, this is my block A. This is the center of gravity of the block A on which the self weight going to be act. Mentioned by letter W A. Then this horizontal plane exerts some normal reaction force to block A to its equilibrium position. That is mentioned by N suffix A. N suffix A. This A represent this value. Okay, Na depends upon self height of block A. Then here the tension is acting in this direction. Okay, that is T. Here this angle theta means, now I am going to draw some reference horizontal line. Listen carefully. Here in this point I am going to draw some reference horizontal line. Okay, this generally we know some geometrical rule. This is two parallel lines. Then these two parallel lines connect by some inclined line. That time this angle theta means this angle also theta. Okay, this angle also theta. So the same logic to be applied here. Okay, here this angle is theta. Then this angle also theta. Here this angle also theta. So here I am going to draw some reference horizontal line. Okay, this angle is theta. Based on this logic, okay, theta. Here the tension force is acting inclinedly on the block. That time this inclined force resolved into two components. Okay, one is along the horizontal line. Okay, along the horizontal line. T cos theta, then along the perpendicular line, that is T sin theta. Then due to application of this external force, this block A start to move towards right. That time the limiting friction force value acting opposite to the body movement, that is mentioned by letter F suffix A. Here A mentioned that this F suffix A value, that is limiting friction force value, depends upon surface finishing of block A. Okay, so I am going to mention this F suffix A on free body diagram, that is acting opposite to the body movement. Okay. F suffix A. Now we mentioned all the forces act on block A. Now I am going to apply static equilibrium equation to calculate the unknown value. Okay, apply static equilibrium equation to calculate unknown value. Sum of horizontal force act on the system equal to 0. Here we have this component and limiting friction force or comes in horizontal direction. Okay. Both are comes in negative. Okay, FA and this horizontal component acting towards left assume as negative. Okay, minus T cos theta okay, then minus FA. Then listen here, I thought we left out one force, that is the external force act on the block A. Okay, so this external force P mentioned here. Okay, the external force P acting here. Okay, we have to remember this. Okay, this P is acting towards right, assume as positive, equal to 0. This is my required equation to find the unknown value. Then I am going to equate second formula, that is sum of vertical force act on the system equal to 0. Here the self weight is acting downward, so minus WA. Then the reaction force is acting upward, plus N suffix A. Then the vertical component acting downward, minus T sin theta equal to 0. So here this is my record equation. Here this is my record equation. This also my record equation. With help of this equation we can calculate the unknown value. Okay. Now I am going to take block B. Okay. Block B. Then I am going to draw a free body diagram of block B. Okay, this is my block B. This is the center of gravity of the body on which self weight going to be acted. WB. Then here the tension force is acting in this direction. So this is my tension force direction T. It makes angle theta with the horizontal line. It makes angle theta with the horizontal line. Okay, this is my block B. Okay, block B. Then self weight, then tension force T. Here the tension force is acting inclinedly to this block. That time this tension force is resolved into two components. One is along the horizontal line, that is a T cos theta. Okay, T cos theta. Then a vertical component T sin theta. Okay, T sin theta. Then this horizontal plane exerts some normal reaction force to block B to its equilibrium position. So this is my normal reaction force N suffix B. Then due to application of this external force, this block start to move towards right. That time the limiting friction force is acting opposite to the block movement. So this is my limiting friction force F suffix B. This B indicates that this limiting friction force value depends upon surface finishing of block B. So I am going to mention the limiting friction force on the free body diagram. This is my limiting friction force acting opposite to the body movement, that is F suffix B. Okay, now I am going to apply static equilibrium equation to find the unknown value. Okay, apply static equilibrium equation. That is, sum of vertical force act on the system equal to 0. Okay, here this horizontal component, okay, here this horizontal component and the limiting friction force Fb R comes in horizontal direction. Okay, so here this force is acting towards right, Archimedes positive. Then the limiting friction force is acting opposite to the block movement, that comes in negative. Okay, so T cos theta comes in positive. This limiting friction force Fb acting towards left, Archimedes negative, equal to 0. Okay, then I am going to apply sum of vertical force act on the system equal to 0. Here sulfide normal reaction force and the vertical component all comes in vertical direction. Here this NB and vertical component are acting towards up, Archimedes positive. Okay, T sin theta positive. Then normal reaction force NB also positive minus sulfide of block B equal to 0. Here this is my required equation to find the unknown value, this also. Okay, I think this is enough. Okay, thank you.